Good day, students. Welcome to our online class. This is a recorded video presentation regarding title of the project. As part of the Nstp 2 implementation, students are required to implement a project to the community. For this week, one will begin by making the title of the project, including a brief description and a rationale. Also, one will conceptualize a Gantt chart that outlines the activities to be implemented for the entire project. I will discuss to you the following. First, how to make a title of the project. Second, the suggested activities to be implemented. And third, the requirements that you need to comply. And fourth, the sample of title project. Let us begin by learning how to make a title of a project. Before constructing your title, identify first what project is possible in your area, which is very low cost and involves less individual, and make sure that the project implemented is necessary in one's community. Once you have decided what project to implement, give a general idea what the project is about. Make a title which should be clear and unambiguous. Do not make it cute. If the project is about gardening or entrepreneurship, one's title must reflect the general idea of what the project is about. Next, the title should make you curious about the project and prompt you to read more and to participate in it, because it allows the reader to become interested to the project just by reading the title. Third, the title should not be descriptive but allusive. Allusive means implying or indirectly suggesting something. This will make the participants more curious regarding your project. Fourth, make your title catchy. You may use vernacular and play with the words. So to catch people's attention, you may play with your words or make reference to movies, books, or popular culture. Are the suggested activities that you can implement in your own community. For education, these can only be implemented by the LTS trainees or those students under the LTS component. Since we are CWTS, we cannot implement these suggested activities. So, for health and safety, we can make projects that would remind people to practice and follow COVID-19 protocols. We can also teach the community on proper waste disposal or make projects that would help with the proper disposal in your community. Also, you can make projects that would cover disaster safety activities for family practices during typhoon, earthquakes, and/or fire. Some students taught their family members on how to do CPR hands only to their family members. So that is under sports and recreation suggested activities. You may conduct free tutorial activities for sports-related skills. So if you're good at basketball or volleyball, you may conduct free clinic to a certain or limited number of community people. Second, you may do physical exercise activities to your family members. Also, arts tutorial. Under environmental services, you may create urban gardening at home or recycled materials in making your urban garden. Under environmental services, you may conduct project on urban gardening at home or tree planting, but this is highly discouraged because tree planting activities is a one-time activity that you implement in your barangay. So for our project implementation, we must implement our project at least 3 times or more. Okay? And next is clean up drive at the neighborhood. So you may clean your neighborhood's canal or an area you want to revive its physical structure. Next is for entrepreneurship. You may create innovations to help your parents with their family business, or you can start selling simple snack items like banana Q, lumpia, fishball, or anything that you want to sell. You can also create your first online business. Okay, so for your requirements, first, you should make a title. Second, a brief description. You should write at least 2 to 3 sentences on what your project is all about. And third, for your rationale, write why you want to implement that project in the community. So why is it necessary and why is it important that you implement that project? The rationale will be part of your accomplishment report. Okay, so these are samples of title of the project. So for environmental service, the title the student chose is Magtanim ng gulay sa bakuran, magandang kalusugan ang kayamanan. Okay, so this title project revolves on planting vegetables in the backyard. Okay, another example. Magtanim at kumain, resistansyang katawan panatilihin. Next, lumang mga damit gawing foot rug at pot holder at pwedeng pagkakitaan. So this is under entrepreneurship. Okay. Another example. Okay, so these are the examples of title of the project. So there are certain instances that I allow tutorial services, especially if a student lives in a boarding house or he lives by himself or does not know anyone in the community. So with my permission, I allow the student to conduct tutorial services. Okay? So just make sure that you inform me ahead of time, then I can give you permission to conduct that project. Okay? So these are examples. Okay, so for your attendance, please comment the title among the sample titles that you like. Okay? So do not comment. Reminders lang ha, do not comment your entire name in the comments section, just your section code and family name. Make sure to finish the entire video so that you will know what you have to do. Okay, another example. More examples. Okay, so I hope this will give you an idea on what project you want to implement in your community. You may collaborate with your classmates if you belong to the same barangay, but you should separately make your accomplishment report. Okay, so another activity that you have is your Gantt chart. So in your Gantt chart, you will start on the first week of April. That is when you make your project title. So part of your Gantt chart is making your project title, conceptualizing what your project is all about. So make sure that you are able to implement your project at least 3 to Make sure that you are able to implement your project at least 3 to 4 weeks or 4 consecutive times for the entire month of April. So if you go beyond April, that's still okay. This is just an example so that you, by first week of May, you are done with your project implementation. But if you want to implement your project from April to May, that's still okay. But as long as you're able to implement it 3 to 4 weeks, it's a completed project already. So if you are done with your project, you can start your accomplishment report. So for the month of May, you may write in your Gantt chart, or you may include there the week you allotted for your accomplishment report and meeting with your Purok leader, because you will have a document that shall be signed by your Purok leader, signifying that you have completed your project. So we will give you a document that your Purok leader should sign, witnessing that the project you implemented was completed. So for special circumstances, if you are unable to locate your Purok leader, you may assign a family member that would signify that you have completed your project. But as much as possible, your Purok leader sign your project. However, if you are near the barangay hall, the barangay captain may sign the document. So make sure that you have evidences that would show that you have completed your project, such as pictures. So make sure to take photos every time you implement your project, because this will also be part of your accomplishment report. No accomplishment report means no completion of the Nstp program. Okay, so what you will write in your Gantt chart is, first, the conceptualization of your project. Second is your implementation. So you have to be specific with the activities that you will do for the entire April. For example, you will buy materials, or gather the necessary materials that you'll be needing during your urban gardening. Okay, so you have to be specific. Okay, so make sure to finish your project title and your Gantt chart before you start your project implementation. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in our Facebook group chat. That's all. Thank you.